I realize I might be the problem. I do. But also, everyone else is still an idiot. See what I mean? I'm still doing it. I can still do my own intro and outro music as long as I don't actually play the song or the artist and just hum it, because you know what song that was too. You know what that was. Welcome back to the I Might Be the Problem Show podcast. I am your host, Kelly Morton. It's great that you guys are here again. Thank you so much for coming back and enjoying what we do over here. You know what got me thinking? I was doing errands today, a lot of errands, and I was getting my groceries delivered. And by the way, is this the greatest era we live in? Where we get like groceries delivered to us? I mean, how great is it? How great is this? To just order what you need. And then you open your door and then everything, well, most everything, but everything, mostly, everything, kinda, everything is on the porch, just already there in bags or in a box. It's just so great. I think maybe, are we taking it for granted now? We might be because we complain a lot, but it's still pretty badass. I mean, if you think about like maybe 9 years ago, 10 years ago, this wasn't even a thing at all. Not even a little bit. But now we just get on our phone and we type in what we want. I want this and I want that. And they're like, okay, well, we'll see you in a couple hours. And it just magically appears like on your porch. It's the greatest thing that we probably are not appreciating as much as we should be, I guess. I love it. I'm glad we have it. It is well worth the tip. And by the way, you guys are tipping on there, right? Listen, here's the deal. If you're not a member of something, they charge you the delivery fee. And sometimes they might charge a small fee either. So here's the deal. Make sure you tip them something, not $1. Don't be a fucknut and make them carry 3 cases of water. Tell them not to park in the driveway or make them go upstairs and then not give them a tip for that. Well, I already paid for it. Fuck you. No, that's not the point. The point is what you know it to be, and you're being an asshole. The point is, this is a personal service. They're doing a favor for you. They're carrying all this heavy shit. It's hot outside. You have stairs. You have problems. You want to give them a couple of bucks for the extra effort because you know they're not making, well, they should just get paid more for the people that are... No, because then your groceries would be 3 times as much because everybody's got to make a little bit of profit on this. I don't know. I shouldn't have. I don't know. How did I get so happy to so mad all of a sudden? So just do me a favor and tip. And just be reasonable. You don't got to go overboard. But don't give them $1. And sometimes the tip is pooled together. Like my grocery store, H-E-B, sometimes you'll get a regular driver in their own car, but sometimes you'll get the van guy. And the van guy's got like 5 orders. And they are pooling the tips together, which is still fine. So just tip them something reasonable. What was it worth to you to have this guy show up with 3 bags of stuff? Hey, a couple of bags, hey, $5 is fine. Throw an extra $5. But you got a whole order up there, give them $10, $20. Don't go off the price of what you ordered. That's cheesy. For me, it's just like, I always think to myself, like, what would I pay somebody to go and get this shit for me right now? And usually I think, you know what? I'd give somebody $20 if they would go and get all this crap for me right now. And so I just make that the tip. Or take off the service fee from that amount and then give them, and make that the tip. Something reasonable. Anyways, but getting groceries is just so great. Just so great. I got my Sam's Club order, and they always have them in the boxes in front. And I don't know if you guys are Sam's people or Costco people. The thing about Costco is I like Costco the store. What I don't like about Costco are the members, the people that go there. I don't know what it is. Maybe you've kind of picked up on this too. I don't know what it is about the average Costco shopper, but in my head, somewhere in my senses, I can feel that they think they are better than me. I think Costco people think they're better than Sam's Club people. I think they look down. Are you Costco people? Do you fucking look down on the Sam's Club people? Are we trash to you? Because sometimes I hear people talking about going to the big bulk store, and I never hear them say, well, over at Sam's Clubs, you can get yabba yabba. They always say Costco every single time. Well, we went to Costco, or when you go to Costco, this happens. And it's like, okay, you go to Costco. But what about Sam's? It's like, I feel like me being a Sam's member, I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm certainly not letting my bulk store flag fly like Costco people. Costco people are fucking they just have to let you know. They just have to let you know that they go to Costco. Oh, I go to Costco. I pay a membership. Oh, yeah, that's great. You know, Sam's has the same shit, right? No, you don't understand. Over at Costco, no, you don't understand. Costco, you should try their rotisserie chickens. Have you had the rotisserie chicken from Costco? Yeah, the same fucking chicken that I get at Sam's for the same fucking price. And then they look at you with sideways like, huh? What are you talking about? Like they've never even heard of Sam's Club before. I'll bet you there are listeners right now who are listening to this who have never even heard of Sam's Club. I'll bet you it's a Costco person and they go, I don't even know what that is. But that's what Costco fucking people do. They just look down on Sam's people. Oh, Costco, wow. Have you had their muffins? They have these chocolate muffins. Oh my God, their bakery and their pies. Yeah, like the ones at fucking Sam's. Those. Well, at Costco, you can get the big cereal there. It has 2 bags in 1 box. Yeah, say it with me. Yeah, like we get at fucking Sam's. These Costco people, man. I guess it's a good store. I've been there plenty of times. In fact, I used to grocery shop back in the day when grocery shopping was new on Instacart. And it was new. And you could side hustle Instacart, and it was always Costco was paired up with it. So I've been into Costco many times. It's fucking chaos in there sometimes. People just standing for free samples, but you can get a good free lunch over there. But guess where else you can get a good free lunch on a weekend? Sam's Club. Oh, at Costco, they have all these samples. Yeah, Sam's Club does that too. I'm tired of this Costco, just elitism, and Sam's people feeling like, I don't know, man, I need to get a Sam's Club shirt or something. You know where you can get a Sam's Club shirt? Costco. No, you probably can't. You know who they remind me of? Know who these Costco people remind me of? They remind me of fucking iPhone people. iPhone people are the exact same way. iPhone people refuse to acknowledge Android people even exist. They act like iPhone is so much better than an Android phone when it's completely fucking not. And if they're nodding their head going, yeah, it is, it's because they've never had an Android phone. They don't have the S25, the S26. They don't have any of that kind of stuff. They live in this freaking world of just iPhone membership and everything's something. And then you mention something about Android or Google or, oh my God, trash. I love it. And what's great about this, though, is Android people, we know that iPhone sucks compared to what we have. We know it does. We just know because every time iPhone gets an update, it's always something that Android has had for like years. Oh, the new iPhone. Oh, the new iPhone. You can take these really great pictures. Oh, really? Yeah, because I've been taking amazing pictures since like 2016. I don't know what the fuck these iPhone people are. So iPhone people, I believe, are the same people that go to Costco. I think iPhone and Costco go together like Sam's and Android people. That's just my own. I was reading an article about Costco people, and they were talking about, and again, the article was about Costco. It could have easily have been about Sam's. It's the same story, but for some reason, the paper used Costco as the example, and they said they were talking about how much stress members have by going there, and how they feel like it's Black Friday every time they go there on a weekend, and they have to fight with all these people, and there's all these cart accidents and people holding up the line. And I mean, who is putting themselves through that? Just order at home. Just order at home. Are they not doing scan and go at Costco like Sam's Club is? Because it's Sam's Club. Maybe they are doing it at Costco. I don't know. At Sam's Club, you get all your stuff in your cart, and then you just scan your own cart and walk out. Ta-da! I wonder if they're doing that at Costco. If they are, good. If they're not, this will be one of those updates that Costco gets a year or two from now that we'll all go, well, Sam's has had that for 5 years. Anyways, Costco people, Sam's Club people, I love you all. I don't know what you guys are watching online lately, but my algorithm has directed me towards dog rescue videos. Guys, if you have not seen this, this is probably the best thing online right now, is these companies that get these drones with infrared cameras on them and sensors. And then people who lost their dog or their cat, usually a dog, nobody looks for a cat, but people who get their lost dogs and pets, they call the drone company, and then the drone company goes out and looks for the pet for them with their drone and their infrared, which is really everything, because it's really hard to find the dogs sometime, especially out in the woods. They have a hard time finding them, but when they have infrared, they can zone in on them, and they find them. They find them all the time, and they make incredibly cool content on Facebook and YouTube. If you want to check something out, just type in drone animal rescue, and there'll be a bunch of them on there, and some of them are just so well done. It'll make you upset. It's a little upsetting sometimes, because it's like, oh, you get the puppy back. I get the newspaper delivered to my house. Are you guys getting the newspaper delivered to your house? Am I the only one? I feel like I might be the only one who's getting a newspaper. I get the USA Today paper. It's just a really good paper, and I like it. I like getting the paper and reading the paper. And the thing is, I don't always get them into the house the same day. Sometimes there's like 4 or 5 or 6 in the driveway before I get them, and that house starts to look vacant if I haven't cut the grass. So, but yeah, I collect them, and then I eventually bringing them in. And what I like about having the paper is it changes my like news reading routine. Because online, the reason why I do it is online, when I read an article or a story about something, I don't even really read the story. I mean, it's already on my feed. I see the headline. I'd say that 99% of the time, I'm not clicking the headline past the headline. I'm only going down to read the comments. So what freaking good is that? I'm reading a headline, seeing comments, something I can get angry at. And that's what I caught myself doing. I'm like, I'm not even learning anything. I'm reading nothing. All I'm doing is fighting with people who also didn't read the fucking article. They only read the headline. Which that's why I get the paper. With the paper, you can spend like that extra time just reading one story. That's just it. When you have the newspaper and you read one story and it takes you 5 or 6 minutes to do it, the next 20 papers you get aren't going to be about the same story. You know what I mean? Like online, you read one thing for more than 15 seconds, and now the next 3 things you get are going to be something just like that. So that's what I like about the paper. When you spend time on a story, the next 20 newspapers aren't going to be about that same story. It's going to be a completely different different story, which is nice. You get to learn a bunch of stuff. The only thing is, I think I experience time differently than internet news people. Meaning, I'm a day late. I'm usually about a day late. But the thing is, I only know that I'm a day behind on news if I go online or if I talk to somebody else and then they tell me that, oh, that's old news or, oh, that's yesterday's news. I only notice if I step out of my own reality and then go back online to look at things. So as long as I don't go online to read the very current events, in my world, this is the recent news. I'm experiencing time differently. This is the recent news in my life because I only know what's in the newspaper. It's only when someone says, oh, yeah, I read that online yesterday or last week, do I even know that I'm not in sync. So I just prefer to be in my little bubble that way. I guess I'm old school like that. At least I'm trying to be. There's a price, though. Like USA Today is running a special where it's like $10 a month for 3 months. So it's like $30 for 3 months of newspapers, which is a lot of news. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Now, they said when that third month is over, they're going to go to $44 a month. There is no fucking way I'm paying $44 a month for day old news. I mean, that's where my principles and my, you know what, I just want to touch something real and be one with, that's my selling point. I want to touch something made of wood ends at $10. That's it. $10 a month. So, but I think what I'll do is I'll probably do what I do with all my subscriptions is I'll just call them or go online like a couple of weeks before it's supposed to renew and just threaten to cancel. And then they'll offer me that deal again or better. You guys know you can do that, right? People talk about how much their subscriptions cost for like Hulu and satellite radio and all these. If you're not doing this regularly, you're wasting a ton of money. Don't just remember at the end of your cycle or somewhere in the middle of your billing cycle, just randomly go on and say you want to cancel. And then they're going to go, are you sure you want to cancel? And you're going to go, yes, I'm sure. Or it'll be a next button. And then that's the page that'll go, well, how about this? How about you get it for $4 a month for the next 3 months instead of $10? And you go, yes, thank you. That was my devious plan all along. Yeah, that'll save you a lot of money. You can do that with Hulu. You can do that with Crunchyroll. They have YouTube Premium Lite, by the way. That's pretty cheap. And I think you can threaten to cancel that, and they might give it to you cheap still. Netflix? I'm not sure if Netflix lets you do that. I think Netflix thinks they're the shit, and they're not going to come down on the price. But Sirius XM satellite radio will definitely give you a really good deal. But I do like my newspaper. That's about the only thing good that comes to the house in paper form that I like, because like nothing good comes in the mail anymore. Do you remember the mail? Are you guys old or young? Do you remember mail when it would come and there was a pretty good chance like something good would be in the mail, something fun? There used to be stuff you could look forward to. You could get magazines and they had sweepstakes all the time, or you might get a letter, or I don't know. It was just always like sometimes there's junk, there's catalogs, and it was cool. But now the mail, it's always like there's nothing good in the mail. Everything bad comes in the mail. Bank statements that I don't like, bills I don't want to see, solicitations galore. Like it's mostly just, God forbid you fill out one application for something and then, God dang, the way they sell your information, you get 50 freaking offers for this and that, but nothing good comes in the mailbox. I just, whenever I go to it, most days I don't even check the mail anymore. I just let it pile up. And then usually what happens is I check it on a trash day when the trash bins are by the curb anyway. And then I move it from the mailbox directly to the recycling bin. I should just put a flag on the recycling bin itself. Just a little red flag. Bink. With the address. Put my address on it. That'll be my new mailbox, is the recycling bin. You can just lift it up and just chuck them in there. Save myself the extra step. There's nothing in there I'm going to miss. Speaking of mail and newspapers and stuff, I got a question. How often do you guys, on average, wash your bedding? Like your sheets and and blankets and pillows? Like, how often do you do that? Be honest. Yeah, because for me, unless like some sort of unusually catastrophic event happens on the bed, man, I'm thinking once a month, somewhere around there. Probably around there. That's when I pull all the sheets off, all the way down to the mattress, take off the pillowcases and stuff. Now, I make the bed a lot. I always shake out the sheets and the blankets, and I do what's called, I punch out the sleeps on the pillow. I gotta push out, you gotta shake out the sleeps. So I do that. But the article I was reading in USA Today, they say that you should be doing your bedding once every 2 weeks. Do you guys do that every 2 weeks? And some people in the same article said you should be doing your bedding every single week. There is no fucking way. I don't know anyone. I don't know. Just, it's crazy. I don't do a lot of stuff in the bed that requires, I'm sleeping. I guess if I got sick, I'd probably wash the bedding because I think germs are on it. Maybe if I had a night when I was sweating a lot or something like that, I'd probably wash it. But under most cases, nothing, I'm sorry, but nothing gross is going on in my bed. I'm boring. Nothing's going on. So I think, I don't know how often you change them, but apparently I would love to know who's doing the every 3 months, every 6 months. I would love to know if anybody is doing that. I don't want to know. I'll bet you there are people listening to this who wash their sheets like every fucking never. Like they just never do it. I've done the thing where instead of washing them, I just I make the bed, and then as I go, I spray Lysol over everything. That's good enough, right? That's good enough. Lysol's fine. We can use Lysol. Also in the paper, I was reading that malls are making a comeback with Gen Z. Isn't that great? The mall is making the indoor mall is making a comeback with Generation Z. And you know what? I can see that happening because we have a mall nearby the house here, and it's changed the way they do malls. They don't depend so much on the big anchor department stores to bring in traffic. They don't depend on the Macy's to get people there, or the JCPenney or the Sears. They do a lot of other things in the mall, and they have other smaller, more niche stores instead all over the place. So it's becoming like nerd town in there. Like if you're really into something, like you're a geek about something, swing into what used to be your popular mall, and there's probably a store for that in there now. It's fucking crazy. And what I like about the mall, and I see why Gen Z likes it, is on the weekends, they do a lot of like events, like not Comic-Cons, but just events similar to that. Anime Weekend, for example, Anime Weekend. And they have just a bunch of vendors with just 8-foot tables all over the mall selling their own shit, trying to make a living, doing a little small business. They have some really neat things you can buy. They have little shows and stuff, and it gets people to go to the mall. And then while they're there, hey, look, they got a Chick-fil-A here. Oh, there's an Earthbound over here. Hey, let's pop into Hot Topic. Let's pop into this little weird store. We have a store in our mall where it's not even a store. It's where people go to play games, but not video games. They go to play like those, what are those card games they do? I don't even know what those names of those games are. They go to play those dorky card games. I probably should know. What are those things fucking called? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. You know, they all play, the games, and not Dungeons and Dragons. Well, I'm sure that's one of them, but they have other games that they play. So they have one store they do that. I don't even know how they make money on that space. I don't know if they rent their time or like that, and they have a big space. And then like for Halloween, somebody will just rent one of the old retail spaces and make a haunted house out of it, which is really cool. But my kid now, she doesn't recognize the mall of the past. She doesn't even know the names of stores. Like we're just walking into the store. I said, okay, we just got to go over here. And we looked over to the right one day, and she saw a sign, and she goes, "What's Dillards? What's Dillards, Daddy? What's Dillards?" I'm like, "Dillards? You want to know what Dillards is?" It's a store with and she hated it. She thinks it stinks in there. It smells gross. The clothes are terrible and it smells bad. And she's absolutely right. It's a terrible store. I don't know who's shopping at Dillard's, but it's a pretty bad store. How are they open? How is Dillard's even still operating with the amount of square footage they consume and the amount of people that are not in that store? Because they don't even, isn't that weird? Like, you never go to Dillard's. You know that they barely have an online presence. When was the last time you ordered something from Dillard's on your phone or on your desktop? Let alone go there. So where the fuck are they? How is Dillard's even a thing? If that isn't like the biggest clue that there is some sort of money laundering operation going on, I don't know what is. They have to be. I think Dillard's is a front. I really do. I know that I know a lot of these stores are in the finance business. Their business is store credit. Kohl's is like that. Kohl's is really, it's a department store, but really they're in the credit finance business. They want you to buy something at whatever price and then finance it over 5 years. And that's the kind of thing they do. But Dillard's, but when you go to Kohl's, people are actually inside Kohl's buying fucking Kohl's stuff. Or they're returning Amazon packages. How pathetic is that? Amazon takes away half of your business at places like Kohl's. And they just take away all their business because people are just ordering online through Amazon, getting clothes. And then Kohl's makes a deal with Amazon to get foot traffic back into their store. They make a deal with Amazon to let people bring in their returns from Amazon inside of Kohl's retail space in the hopes that they're going to just, while they're there returning Amazon stuff, they're going to shop at Kohl's while they're there, which you don't fucking do. I've taken many things into Kohl's, and they used to have the returns for Amazon in front. That is so terrible. To kill you and then make you eat it. I mean, it's so mean, right? Isn't that terrible? They just fucking destroyed your business, your brick and mortar store. And then they're like, oh, well, you could eat it. You could eat yourself. So they made this deal with Kohl's to get foot traffic. And Kohl's is all about it. Like, yeah, this will get customers back. Do you think so? The company that took away all your business, you think that they're just going to be offering you something to get the business back into Kohl's? They know damn well you're not. So they had the returns for Amazon right at the very front of the store. And then Kohl's was like, well, when people come in and drop off their Amazon shit, they're not going into Kohl's to shop. Well, it's like, of course not. So what do they do now? They have the Amazon return counter at the very back of the store. It's in the very back left of the store. So now when you got to return your Amazon package, you got to park and you got to walk all the way back into Kohl's. And then Kohl's guys offer you a coupon to stay in the store and shop while you're there. And what do? I walk right out the fucking door again. I don't even look around. Oh, it's so funny. Hey, thank you so much for listening to the Read the Paper with Me episode. I really enjoyed that. I was talking to somebody the other day and I was like, I don't know what it is about me, but I always feel like I have to go to do a sketch of some sort of voices and something like that. I need to stop hiding behind my sketches and my funny voices. And it's okay. It's okay for me just to talk to you because I'm good enough without all the bullshit. I'm good enough. And you know what? You're good enough. We're both good enough. All tens of us are good enough. Thanks for listening to the show. We'll see you next time.